The Nintendo.
Oh, the Nintendo versus Palworld battle. That's still going. I thought
Yeah.
that. Damn, I thought they settled for that like a while
No,
ago.
it's looking like they're about to. Nintendo's gonna lose pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and
Good.
and and
Good on Nintendo. They deserve a little bit of like you get a little bit of karma for that, or just like because remember Universal tried to do that to them with Donkey Kong in the '80s. They almost lost, but they pulled it through because like we didn't copy.
no, but the problem is like they're about to like lose their whole IP in general.
You know what? I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan.
And Power World is
So
pretty good.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, but you corner the market. You corner the market to like the hottest collector's item for several decades, and now uh it's to the point where like we don't care about your games anymore because you phoning it in. You've been phoning it in the last 3 games.
Last three, way
That's
more than that.
last
Last
last three,
10.
last 10. But didn't people like X and Y or whatever the ones for the DS? Those were good. And then the moment they went over
It,
to
it
like
wasn't that
Switch,
they
and
were. It wasn't that they weren't good. It's that the moment they went over to Switch, they just moved it from portable to console, and then we ended up paying more for the same shit.
yeah,
And then they added DLC, so we were paying more for less. And that was the whole problem. Was like I'm paying $40-$50 for a 3DS game, right? And any Pokemon that I wanted was easily available. You could just get it through like the trade
the
and the
bank or
link.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah. Then when it went to Switch, um, no, when they did DLC, that's when I was like, "Fuck, this is not gonna be good." Cause like now I gotta pay for Pokemon. That's weird. So then they locked out like I mean I could be wrong, but I barely remember. But they locked out a good section of the Pokemon, and then they were like, okay, well, if you want more forms and all this other shit, you got to get the DLC, yada yada
damn.
yada.
So they battle passed Pokemon.
Yeah, and then when it went to Switch, they were like, oh, don't worry, guys, nothing's changing. But then we went like a $15 jump in price with less content.
For me, it was just kind of like the game function. It felt phoned in, and people were saying like, I had diehard fans who were like, it's too easy. Like they only want you to play competitively or collect. Like I don't. He doesn't know what the goal is because I'm like, this ain't 2K. It's a Pokemon game, so there has to be some level of like, I just want to play this by myself and have a good time. But he's like, I'm breezing through the game, and like I've been playing every single one. And then he noticed the con is that now, like with the whatever the red and blue is of that generation, they want you to just buy both. So they want you to just blow $100 on Pokemon instead of just having the one, maybe having your friend who has it. They know it's like, no, we know you want the select Pokemon that are on the other game, and you're 30 now, so you're gonna pay $100 to complete your Pokedex. And like he's like, I do it, and now I feel like I'm being. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sound like you're having fun with this anymore.
Nah, I mean, and their excuse is always like, oh, it's for kids, it's for this. But it's like, at what point, like, it's dated. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, it's been kind of more or less the same since the '90s. Obviously, like, um, I'm not saying that it's bad, but what I am saying is like, when you play something like Power World, I will feel like that should have been the next evolution in the game. And if people wanted to play competitively,
that
they
was
they,
that.
they should be another version. And then I guess Legends of Arceus was kind of like that too, but Legends of Arceus
Might
was
have been
still
too late.
garbage.
It might have been too late.
Nah,
But
that
then
shit was
also, yeah, the
garbage.
game function, like seeing what the Switch was capable of with some of its IPs. Like you get a Mario Odyssey quality game, and you're like, why does Pokemon, one of your biggest franchises to date, look like garbage? Like, why does it run like garbage? Why does it look like a PlayStation 1 game when all you had to do was like polish it better, maybe make it a little more compact? Like, you're doing this whole open world, but the sandbox looks trash. Why don't you design the levels a little bit better? Make the root system like you used to do. Like, I don't know, give them a little something nostalgia, but like more tame, but then also just better quality in the fights and like how it went down. And people were just like, yeah, they're just excited to have a Switch 2 now just so the game runs better. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's really not.
I
Power
mean,
World was fun though.
there was a few other things that they did that were cool. Back in the day, where they had like a Game Boy game for the Pokemon trading card game.
Mm-hmm.
They had Pokemon Conquest, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon, I have that too.
Yeah. I mean, there were things that they did to like try and diversify it. You know, even Pokken tournament. That was great.
I wanted to try that. I never got around
It
to it.
was fun. It was really good. It was really good.
You think that maybe we should have, like, we as consumers or just fans, and maybe even them too, should have allowed some of the other competitors to, like, at least establish themselves. Like, all we got as a somewhat competitor was Digimon, but then all the other clones sort of fell off, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them were worthy of sticking around. I just feel like they got pushed out.
Um,
My personal thing.
I think that I mean, even Digimon has the Cyber Sleuth series,
Yeah,
which is
very popular.
just, yeah, which is as good as the Pokemon series, but just with Digimon. So it's like really the same shit.
Yeah.
The only real competition they got was Pokemon, but like I think a lot of people are so afraid to like. I mean, Temtem was supposed to be the other one, right?
1010, right? That's
Yeah,
the new created, like,
that was before Power, and that was
with the
garbage.
tape beasts, right? Or something like that. Like you get to like something, yeah.
The name alone was like,
Yeah.
yo, this is whack.
Yeah,
I'm not playing
it was
nothing
like
named
crowdfunded.
10. Yeah, like,
10.
yeah, but Power World,
Power World is fun. I will say
the
that.
marketing for it was crazy.
Yeah.
Pokemon with guns.
With guns.
I said I'm sold. Sign me up.
Nah, it was kind of cool because then random pals and like other like real criminals, like actual like rogue like vigilantes would show up to you.
You could catch them. You know that, right?
You could the people. Yeah, you could. Yeah, like a 0.01% chance of catching a person. But then like they would like raid your fort. So like there was like the whole what's the joint? Fortnite kind of aspect to it, or like Minecraft level. I enjoyed it. I played they gave the demo for it on Xbox for the Game Pass, and I played it for like 20 hours. I thought it was gonna go away because of the whole lawsuit thing, but now you telling me it's still going and they might win?
No, then there's no might. They are gonna win. They'll probably lose the case in Japan and have to like edit the Japanese version because their copyright laws are like different over here, and they're always gonna side with Nintendo because it's Japanese. But it's looking like because you can't copyright a genre of games, and that's what it seems like they're trying to do. Is just like, oh, like they're trying to say like, oh, we invented spheres throwing, like we invented like creature collecting games, and it's like, bro, like you can't do it. That was the same thing with PUBG, with Fortnite.
Right, because PUBG was like, we invented the battle royale or whatever, right?
Yeah, and then the court was like, you can't, like, that's like saying like I'm copyrighting R&B and I can only be the only R&B artist. You know, like that's not,
Yeah.
you can't really do that.
I will say the only thing that they could slightly get them for, and I did notice that, was like some of the character designs were like, this clearly looks like a Pokemon that was put through, like, remember those Sonic editor Flash games where you get to make your own custom Sonic character? And it was like, this is clearly a kind of that, like a kind of situation. But the game mechanics itself were very unique.
When you even look at like Bape and Nike, right?
Same,
Like
same, yeah.
this is the same thing. Like Bape did it for so long, And I know it recently caught up to them, but Nike was just like, yo, like change it, and then they changed like two things,
Yeah.
and then that was it, So
Yeah. No, this one was fun because you could also pick up your pal and use it as a signature weapon. Like I
oh yeah,
remember
with
this
that
guy.
one,
With this guy, you could pick
the
him up.
flamethrower.
You could any of the large like flyable creatures. You could ride them around, or the swim like the any ones that went on water. You could make a boat out of them. So like that was kind of fun. Uh, these joints where you could like put dudes to work. You got your worker bees. Yeah, this was a fun game. It was clunky.
It's still, I know they updated it and it looks better.
Okay.
They did a crossover with like another company, I forgot who though, and it looks crazy.
Clunky, but it didn't bug me. That shit don't bug like games in certain development stages never really bug me. I don't know why people just be writing them articles on the internet about it, but
uh, that looks cool.
this guy, yeah. No, I think it's a fun game, and I actually now might pick it back up just because it's gonna stick around, but and you could kill the pals.
You can make them into food.
Yeah, make them into food if you
You
want
could
to.
breed them and then make them into chicken, do like a whole chicken farm.
Yeah. It was a cool concept, but again, what you're saying, like Pokemon, they just had the ball for too long, and it's like, hey, why don't you innovate better instead of trying to get money out of people by just regurgitating something? One, we didn't need this many Pokemon, in my personal opinion. I think you should have stopped at 500. I think 500 is more than enough monsters. And then if you want to get crazy, start doing fusions instead of like.
Oh, you're wild.
First of all, the game is way too meta that I was even aware of. I've been playing the game wrong my whole life, which is why I like stopped being a fan because I was getting like I had my DS and I was playing it and I was getting sunned by like randos because they said, "Oh, well you don't have the right temperament on your Pokemon." I was like, "What the fuck is a temperament on a Pokemon?" Like
You
I
got
don't.
the calm nature.
Yeah, I don't care about
The
natures. I don't care about the micro
impish.
macros, the special. I don't. I never cared about that. I just wanted
I
to
know
beat
they're
the game.
changing that. They're
Yeah.
trying to make it more friendlier with like raising them, but
Mhm.
so that they could get more people into the competitive scene. Um.
Did you ever play competitively or no?
Oh yeah, of course.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course. It's been a while since I've like I don't really know what's the meta
Mm-hmm.
for it now, so I'm completely lost on that now.
Yeah, for me, because it basically is a JRPG. Like it is a straight up
Is
JRPG.
one of the only turn-based games still doing it.
Yeah,
That's why when people say like, "Oh, turn-based RPGs it's outdated." I'm like, bro, Pokemon is still like the
it's
number
still
one.
and it's coming back with what's that joint? Expedition 33 got people turning heads.
Expedition 33.
They're basically saying it's like because that game did so well that like studios are thinking about reintroducing the turn-based structure again. Like even in original Final Fantasy, which they should Final Fantasy should have never turned tail and ran.
I don't look. I I agree with what, because at one point, like, yes, like let's say that how, like, say the truth, turn-based RPGs was getting stale because nobody was trying to, like, everybody's just in shit to make money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And for example, like Pokemon, even though turn-based RPGs is like so like out of style and out of fashion and outdated, Pokemon was still on the top just because it was like a beloved IP. But nobody was thinking that way. Everybody was just thinking like, oh, like nobody likes it anymore. But they're not really looking at the broader picture of like Pokemon is still big. So I guess Final Fantasy, but like had to like change their approach, but they were just it just wasn't good. And then it took Expedition 33, some like French people,
Random
there
out of
to
nowhere.
make it. But it was also like I think if you pre-ordered it, you got it for $40.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I pre-ordered it, The physical copy goes for like $200-300.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean it's
Damn.
fucking stupid.
That's crazy. Yeah, I just played it on Game Pass, but I like it's still. I didn't get a chance to beat it yet. I think I just beat the water level, whatever, like that first water level.
I got pretty far.
I think I'm probably on like 2 levels in now.
But the problem with that is like when a good game comes out, and now everybody's trying to like emulate them. Like, oh, people still like this. Let's try like just make a good game because you want it. Don't make a good game because or don't try and make a game because that's what everybody likes. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I get you. I just and I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm
Like
also
they
saying like
made
how dare you guys think this is stale when it's like us as consumers
or
when it's
even
like
Persona 5 was pretty big
that's
too.
what I'm saying. It's like there's still a lane for it. There's always been a lane for it. There's Pokemon. There's my personal favorite, Dragon Quest. And because they always do all these multiple Dragon Quest remakes that everybody talks about, but then it always disappears for whatever reason. But it's like you got Dragon Quest, you got Persona series, you got Pokemon, you got what should have been Final Fantasy still. Like as long as you make the mechanic fun enough, turn based is still fun. Like it does speak to a certain type of game player where it's like I love setting up my moves like chess type situation, setting up my moves and then just watching it all play out. Like that's fun to me. I can take a sip, I can drink, I can eat something, watch a crazy cutscene, and then go back to the action. Um, and then I like how they do those little like 0.5 turn bases now, where it's like you can still move around the map, but you
Oh, like Parasite Eve,
Parasite Eve, what's that joint? Kuni, Kino Nuni, what the Studio Ghibli?
Nino Kuni.
Yeah, Kino Kuni, whatever. I had fun with that game. I thought that was fun, but um,
I, I mean, every once in a while you're gonna get your Persona 5s and your
mm-hmm.
Nino Kunis. Those are far and few in between. But I think Expedition 33 was a real big one. Not only because like of that it was a turn-based game, but just because one Japanese people didn't make it, and right now we in the era of everything got to be $80.
Yeah,
Everything got to be $80. Everything
yeah.
got to be $70, and it's like you could maximize your profits by just making a good game. It doesn't have to be 80. It doesn't have to be 70. You
Make a
could just make
game.
a fucking good game.
We should go back to $50 games. I think that was a great era for gaming. Like you spend that, you spend it half a cino on a game. That sounds like an investment. It's like you paying $50 to
But back then, that was like a whole day of work.
exactly, and I'm like, it's just a solid price point, and you'll sell 1 million copies again like you used to. I don't know. I guess with the whole streaming aspect of it now, they just wanted to price it out.
Well, because
But
now a lot of people just wait for the sales.
yeah,
Too.
that too. And then the diehards will pay for it because they'll pay for it.
Yeah, like you get that first bump, but then after that, they know that it's gonna go on sale a
Yeah.
month or two after that. So it's just like, why not? I guess their thought process is like, why not get the most that we can get out of the first few months
So they thinking
of
like
release?
fiscally then. So they're like, if we do it here, we'll get this money for this quarter, and then we'll just worry about whatever on the back end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because that's what I because that's got to be the the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Because even at $60 or 65 or 70, like they were still losing money because now everybody already knows most of these games are gonna go on sale, and it's easier. It's not like there's no more physical copies anymore, right? Where you don't have to really depend on selling direct to consumer. Where it's like if you own a game store, you could just order like 80 copies or 100 copies,
Right.
and then and then that's your problem. You know,
Yeah.
like I then
Now you got to worry about if
your
you going to move all these
exactly.
yeah
And
units.
yeah,
Yeah.
but now it's like we're going straight off the PlayStation website and buying the game, and we're going straight off of these online
Stores,
outlets,
any store, yeah, any of
these
these
digital
Steam and
online,
all
yeah,
these
exactly,
Xbox Marketplace, all that
and we're
stuff.
just downloading it.
Yeah.
But now there's even more people now more than ever that are just gonna be like, yo, like I don't want to pay $60 or some like $60. I'll just wait 3 or 4 months so it could be $40 and then just get it on the sale. So they're probably like, damn, like people are waiting for the games, we're losing money on it, so let's just raise it $10. So that way, when the price does go down, maybe we could make up a little bit of that. That's what I'm thinking that they're doing. And then you get Nintendo that just fucks everybody
I
over.
think that's I think that's a smart theory. Yeah, I just feel like because Nintendo will never drop the price of their games, or they rarely do, and that's been their whole thing. Granted, you are getting quality. Like I will say that Nintendo main franchises, not all of them,
Pokemon.
not all of them, unless it's Pokemon, not all of them. But you think about how many IPs they got. They got 10 IPs in the bank that are like quality, and whatever generation they decide to put the 4 or 5 faces out, over half of them are good, and that's like it's a solid percentage. But it's still the idea that like,
And
so we're never gonna
they
drop.
got other IPs that would sell a lot that they don't even really
Yeah,
that they don't even really push
they
like
don't
that.
plug. They don't push like Bayonetta and all these other like random drugs.
Wario.
Wario.
Wario hasn't had his own solo.
It's just
I feel like they could even give Waluigi his own game and it'll sell well.
especially if the mechanics of because they also make good games. I'm never denying that they don't make good games. It's just $80 for a game is kind of insane. It just is. Like at some point you're gonna hit a number where like I don't care how good the game is, unless it literally transports me like on some crazy what's the joint like
VR.
Oculus VR. Like if it does it to the max, maybe, possibly. Even still then maybe no. $8 just I think we've hit the number where it's like, yeah, this is too much. Like 70 was already too
We
much.
haven't hit the number yet.
You don't think so?
Somebody's gonna try and do 100.
Oh yeah, forgot GTA 6.
Somebody's gonna try it, bro.
GTA 6 is gonna be the first one though. Yeah, it's a weird time. It's a very, very, very weird time for any media you care about because it's being delivered
Somebody
to you
tried to
differently.
compare this game to Persona 5.
I mean, it takes some beats from Persona 5 for sure. Its whole like battle entry level, kinda, but tone, absolutely not. Art design, absolutely not. Like this definitely does its own thing in a lot of ways. I love the overworld stuff though, but that's very Final Fantasy Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a fun time. I'm enjoying it so far, but I had to take a little break because uh, it's been moving weird, and I'm also waiting for the handheld. Waiting to. I'm either gonna get that ROG Ally or I'm just gonna buy one of the like third party handhelds that are out that are like cheaper, a little bit better, like cost wise.
It's my guy.
Where's the guy? Where you at? Selling copies is no longer the main money maker. Nowadays, it's all about the whales that drop 10K each on skin. Yeah,
But even then, even for the old, even that's getting like, what's this? What's these free to play games?
yeah.
Like I've seen more free to play games fail now in like the last few years than like ever. Marvel Rivals was the first free to play game to come out in a very long time to be like super successful.
Said Rivals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, to the point where I've heard eternally from some people that that game is paying people salaries, like just off rip. So yeah, like I heard the numbers for that game, like the profit
Yeah.
was like crazy. So but not everybody could be Marvel Rivals. Not everybody could be Overwatch. Not everybody could be Fortnite. even Apex Legends, like what was the dude from Apex Legends? He said some crazy shit, and I was like, yo, I'm never playing this ever again.
Creator, voice actor, who is this?
Nah, I think he was one of the developers. He
Yeah.
was like, he was just like, oh, people who play the game and don't buy any skins are leeches. They just leech off of us.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm like, homie, like, you need a free to pay community. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't spend any money. If you're a part of the community, that's all that matters, because the people who will spend money on these skins want people to see the skins. If there's no community, who the fuck are you gonna show those skins off to?
You created an economy so people can stunt on each other, and if there's no broke people for the rich people to stunt on, then what are they there for?
Exactly. And that's the thing.
Because they broke in real life as it is.
Yeah. So for you to say like, oh, like peasants shouldn't be playing this game, like if you can't afford it, uh, like that's just such a fucking weird thing to say. Like, you don't want people to contribute to the community even if they're not fucking playing. Like, what looks better? Like all these leeches contributing to encourage people to spend money, or no people, and then your player count is low, and then the parent company doesn't want to pour money into your fucking game anymore, then you don't have a fucking job.
Right.
So like that was one of the weirdest things fucking ever.
That is a weird thing to say. It's also weird for people who like I've come to I have come to accept free to plays as kind of like what they are. Like, some people will hate on it because they want an era where you didn't have to pay for DLC, but or like skins and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's cool that people have something that they could play for free and enjoy, and then if they have the option to and they want to spend that $10, they can. And the thing is, the marketplace allows you to kind of look around and see what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's a million of these free to plays. Most of them suck. Most of them aren't great. Some of them have a niche fan base. Some of them blow up and they're popular. And then you got people who want to spend their days after work playing this game. And if you enjoy it that much that you want to spend $20, $30 to support the game and buy a skin and stun on people, then by all means do it. Some games I'll play, some games I won't. I'll never touch Fortnite. I've said that before. But Marvel Rivals is a fun time. And like some of these others, there was another joint that I used to play. It was like a magic-based one. I can't remember. Under something. I can't remember what it was called. I spent like $20-$30 on it. Just because I'm already spending over 40 hours on this game. Alright. I did the same for Pokemon Unite. Speaking of Pokemon, like trying to reinvent itself a little bit. Pokemon Unite was fun for me. I played that for like 2 years straight. Just because I'm like, I never got into League of Legends. Like, I was just on the other side of the world when that game came out. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, there's like a Pokemon version of League of Legends. And that's pretty cool. Fun. And I played it and I had a good time. And I'm like, I think I blew about $40-$50 on that game over the course of 2 years. Yeah, that's completely acceptable.
But now the free to play games are getting like too like they're losing sight on what the intention of the game is, right? So like when Multiverses came out, it was a bunch of dudes who just wanted to have a fun game that will never run out of content.
That's the Disney one, right?
No, that's the WB one.
Yes. We're going to have Batman. They had like Batman and
yeah. And I thought that was like a cool concept, and it had a lot of potential. And then when WB realized that when it got 2 million players, WB was like, oh, let's get in there and let's try and fucking monetize the fucking shit out of it. And then people, people feel like people know when it's becoming too.
I remember this.
Like when it's becoming too much of a cash grab. Like WB has something really good with
And
this.
too soon too.
Yeah,
Just so they can catch up with everybody else who's already successful. It's like, no, you can play your role and grow that fan base. Yeah.
and then the suits came in, and then they were like, "Oh, well, our projections say that we could make this much money," and it's like, bro, let's build the community first. Then it was still in beta, and these niggas already wanted. They were trying to fucking make money off of people. Like, for example, they had they had this um free battle pass thing. It had like a lot of cool stuff with it, and it was only $5. So I dropped the $5, and it had a lot of cool shit. And then multiverses, they had a lot of microtransactions, but they were very cool microtransactions. Like you could customize the menu, like your menu. You could customize like the background. You could customize the announcers. You could so they had like 20 different voice actors. Um, so like each character in the roster could be an announcer, right? So you could kind of like switch it, and they also say the menu screens. They say options, this, that. Kind of like how like Smash Brothers got the guy.
Yeah.
Well, you could switch that. And hey, what's up?
Yo. What up? Overwolf?
I don't know what that is.
This guy said something about y'all complain about 60-70 in the US, but there's publishers that think they can sell the stuff for the same amount outside of the US. Games in Brazil are basically a third of a monthly minimum. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Minimum wage. Yeah, you're right. So if they're gouging us here, then yeah, they're probably going crazy in these like other countries.
No, yeah. I mean, it's just corporations are just getting way too fucking greedy, and that's the problem, right? Like we had like a really good thing with multiverses, and WB couldn't get out of its own way. Like they just had to make money off of it, and it's like so the problem with this game for me at least was like it was $5 for the voices, right?
Yeah.
It was $5 for the voices, and then I bought Kevin Conroy because he passed away or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna take the beta down," and I'm like, "For what?" "Oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. It's gonna be gone for a year." And then when it came back, all the shit I paid for wasn't there anymore. And then they were like, "Oh, well, it's a beta," and I'm like, "Yeah, but Fortnite was a beta too." And they never took the shit down.
That people paid for. See, that's where it's fucked. That's where it's like, all right, listen. I understand that all this shit lives on the digital plane, and I get it. Like there is some chance that like files could get corrupt, or they'll lose a licensing. Like that happened with some old Xbox 360 titles that I bought. But in today's age, you gotta do better than that. You gotta at least be like, well, here's your credit back or something. Like you can't just sit here and take people's money and then be like, well, you just get lost. Like, no, like I'm not not doing that.
Nah, and then that rubbed so many people off the wrong way.
I bet
that the player count was like almost, it was 99% down from
that's
like
crazy.
what it was.
Yeah, you can't take.
And then they had to close the whole game. And honestly, like they had the dude.
And that just sounds like Warner
you could have
Brothers.
unlocked
Agent Smith.
Yeah, but and then that was another problem. To unlock him, you had to do mad fucking shit just to unlock him. It was like you had to do mad shit or pay.
This is almost like Brawlhalla. I like Brawlhalla too. That's cool. But yeah.
Yeah, so
it paid. See, and this is why I feel like at the end of the day, it's what I'm talking about when you buy a game digitally, or they give you, instead of you buying a piece of plastic, they give you a little QR code or whatever. You should still get something physical. Something small, even a small token, just something physical that you can have to say that like I owned a thing in the real world, but it's also for digital purpose. Or just you got to be able to credit me back. Like even if they washed it, right? They're like, oh, we had to get rid of these 3 characters for whatever reason. Here's the $15 you paid back, but then it's not real money you getting back. It's just credits that you can get back to buy into the game again. So at least at least my money transferred in some way. Like that would have been a smarter thing to do. Um, as a sign of good faith, because it's like if you try, like you said, if you're trying to build something, you gotta you can't start wrong. This also sounds like Warner Brothers being Warner Brothers stuff because they're pretty bad.
Oh yeah, they haven't
They've
had
been
one
bad for
good.
they've been really crazy with their like IPs for like the better part of a decade now. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like I used to really like y'all and now y'all just being messy for no reason, Warner Brothers. Like what is happening?
I didn't even know Multiverses had the Powerpuff Girl. Well, I mean, I knew it, but I never seen any gameplay of them.
They like almost made it.
No, they made
Or
it.
they made it in.
I just wasn't playing it anymore. Like I refused to.
Yeah.
They had Nubia and the Powerpuff Girls. That's cool.
I will say I was a little I was pleasantly surprised that when I ended up getting my Xbox and like starting up like reactivating my account after I think like 10 years of like since I had owned a 360, a good amount of the games that I bought through the arcade were still there. And I wasn't expecting I'd almost forgotten. I was like, I don't remember fucking Explosion Man or
Well,
like
that's because that shit downloaded onto your hard drive.
I
Now it's just like there's a license to
yeah,
fucking.
I did lose some game. I think I lost the Nintendo, the TMNT arcade game from 1984. I think they lost the license for that. I was a little upset. Like, damn, I'm not gonna play that again. But it's those moments where at least I'm like, at least I know I get it. It's a digital game. I don't own it, but there's got to be record. If you're able to look up shit from, God knows how long, you can keep my game on. You can keep track of my credits, especially in a beta. It's crazy. What do you think's the next multiversal game platform? Like who would put their IPs out there now?
Paramount. I guess Paramount owns Nickelodeon.
With
So
Nickelodeon?
yeah. So
Well, they did a Smash and a Racer.
well, the Smash Multiverses killed it. I'm
Mm.
gonna be honest. Hey, even that one was one with a lot of potential, but
I played a demo of it. I actually liked it. I
it was
liked it
pretty,
almost as much as Smash Brothers.
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I just think
Yeah.
that they didn't have they didn't have they didn't get too much of a budget. That's the that's the problem for me. Um, and then they tried to do it again with part two, but part two didn't really seem to because Multiverses was out.
Yeah.
But listen, Multiverses had a lot of potential. They had a comic. They had mad shit going on.
Like I said, tell the straight face, you something Lord of the Rings MMO wouldn't print money out the ass. Yeah, I
I mean,
mean
it would.
they actually really would. Yeah.
It would. It would. It's just WB. Like the way they think is like it. The way they even with their comics, bro, even with their crossovers, like the way they think just is it just doesn't make sense to me. Like even in the comics, they had I think they're doing a Daredevil Green Arrow comic and then they did Batman Deadpool and it's like cool. I mean I don't like Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't like
Really.
no, I hate Deadpool.
And it's funny because I just for some reason I thought here's the thing. It's weird because there's newfound Deadpool fans that I find to be insufferable. Like I just like I don't get because you like imprinted your personality on a dude who's already not a real person. So I'm like I don't vibe with like basically once the first Deadpool movie came out, a lot of dudes just adopted that personality, and I'm like you gotta calm down. We're at Starbucks. You need to act like you have brains. Uh, but then I figured if you actually like comics and you're into it, I understand how some people enjoy Deadpool. I was like, I thought you would at least be like in his camp,
No,
but
I
you just
fucking
like,
hate Deadpool, bro.
nah, okay,
I hate Deadpool. I hate the creator. Um, I just think he's a whack character. Like I've never walked into
you don't like the fourth wall breaks and all that. all that stuff. That's just Legos. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. That was
I
Legos.
I think
Bunch of fucking
I
Legos over
think the
here.
problem with I mean I thought She-Hulk did the fourth wall breaks a little better.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just don't like Deadpool. Like
I didn't know
I've
she
never
broke the fourth wall a
she
lot.
yeah, she did it first.
Oh shit.
Um
Okay.
so I've never worked a shift at the comic book store and had a nigga come up to the counter and say, "Yo, that new Deadpool is fire, my nigga. You ever, yo?" It's just never happened. Like I've never heard any talk about a Deadpool series, like ever. Like it just never happened. Um, I enjoy the movies, but I don't like the creator. I especially don't like the creator, and that makes me hate Deadpool even more.
Mm.
Um, and like this dude, like look at it, like the art is just like, look at the way he drew the gun. What the fuck is that supposed to be?
Yeah. So that looks like an action figure gun, like they printed out.
That looks like a slab of ice.
It do. Hold on, let me go back to it. Oh, there's another one. There's another one.
That one looks okay, but
Taco.
yeah, I mean that one looks cool. But the other one, that one looks awful. That one looks bad.
I
But back to
yeah.
back to what I was saying. The way WB thinks is like, oh, let's just put Deadpool and Batman together. Whoa! And it's just like, bro, like, I mean, I guess, right? Like the two of the, but that's the way corporations think. Like they don't think like things that make sense. They think like big picture.
IP and IP, they're both good. Why not be good together? But
It's like I don't care. Like I was having a conversation with somebody.
and that looks like Wolverine.
Yeah, yeah, that's an homage to Hulk.
Hulk
So
with Hulk and yeah.
um and I was having a conversation with somebody, and then the guy works for one of those companies, and I was telling him, I'm like, yo, bro, like these are kind of like whatever, like, and then he was just like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, like you could have did Suicide Squad with the Punisher leading the Suicide Squad.
Mm.
You could have did fucking Daredevil Batman made more sense. They've done a Daredevil Batman before, but it was garbage.
Mm.
And they could have did a good Daredevil Batman, and then instead we get weird shit like
Have you ever done Batman Spider Man?
I feel like, yeah, they have. It wasn't good. Like a
Oh,
lot of the
dang.
stuff that they've done wasn't good, and they could have used that time to rectify it again.
Yeah, shit.
But it's, I think Batman, like, look at this Catwoman and Magic. I know it's a cover, but like, who gives a fuck? Like, Catwoman and Black Cat makes more sense.
Yes.
They're both fucking thieves. They could fight, uh, not together, but they could fight against other people. Um, it's Moon Knight Batman makes more sense. Fucking Blade and the Justice League Dark make more sense, so, and I get it, you can make the argument like, oh well, those characters aren't all that popular enough and yada yada yada, boom bang bing, yeah, I mean, right, but that's just the way corporations think. Like they just want, yeah, they want the two biggest money makers.
With the chance, because all this
You
stuff is
see
on
this
chance.
that makes sense. Go to the right,
This
go
one?
up, go up, right. That click that. That makes sense. See, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's something that should be a book.
That'd be cool.
Um, I doubt it, but
I guess what is it? It's like the fact that like Deadpool isn't serious and Batman's like the most serious person.
yeah, but who gives a fuck? Oh, he could break the fourth wall. Ha ha ha. He.
I thought it was Spider Man.
But that's the original Spider-Man Batman, I think.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
no,
because that
no,
looks
no,
like
no, no,
Spider
no,
Man
no, no,
now.
no. That's Deadpool. Go to the left. Go to the right. Go down. Right. There you go.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Got a
But
hairball, buddy. Somebody got a hairball. Yep, got a hairball. I'm getting sick.
I mean, they've had some pretty cool ideas in the past, like Teen Titans and the X Men.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't know, man. I feel like it's just whatever to me.
It's too much.
Justice League Dark and the Midnight Suns teaming up would have been cool. But that's just
So
me.
you gotta get the word out, bro. You gotta start getting these people here and be like, yo, listen, messing up. You want to print money for real? This is what you need to do.
I mean, they just want people that are just gonna generate the money.
Yeah.
And Punisher is pretty good. Suicide Squad is pretty good. Why not pair them up?
Do they even have any more anime like comic book stuff crossovers? Because they had obviously like Naruto, Ninja Turtles, which is a crazy cool concept, but I feel like they're not touching
They did
on some of the more
Spider
popular.
Man and Ultraman, but that's it.
Yeah, see, that just seems random. I don't know.
Spider Man and Ultraman, that was like the only.
I'm shocked there hasn't been like a My Hero other hero verse.
They've done that
They
in
have
a manga.
among them.
They've done the creators, well, the writers and the artists of Vigilantes. They did their own Spider Man comic.
Okay.
Yeah, they've done that, but like an official crossover, no.
Because I remember this kind of came and went, but the Avengers anime
I remember
I
that.
remember was like kind of a thing for a second, and I even enjoyed it for
But
a little
wasn't it
while.
like a toy capture thing?
Something like, yeah, it was like a weird. I just thought it was a fun concept, and then they did it maybe one more time with Wolverine or somebody else, but um, I don't know. I wanted more of this sort of like crossover energy to happen. I guess now they're doing it with Token, but that's more of a video game.
The video game looks cool.
It does. It does actually look pretty cool. The art design.
I was surprised to see Ghost Rider there.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. Well, even again with Token, I mean, even again with Marvel Rivals, right? It's just they just keep adding X-Men characters in there, and that's kind of pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was that? What they added? Blade. Hold on. Who did they add? Who they added in this?
they just added like there's like 8 or 9 um X-Men characters, and I think that takes up like about 20% of the roster.
Is that them just trying to go ahead and get some money off the IP before
No,
they can make a movie off of it? Because I know they just got it, and it seems like it's gonna be a while for they even get to X-Men and like MCU and all that stuff.
we're not gonna get to X-Men until 2030. That's just my opinion. But what I will say is that yeah, like a lot of these, I don't know. I think like not that they're gonna hit a wall, but because they can't. But there's not much that they could because there's a lot of like they're superheroes, so there's a lot of punching characters, like a lot of like melee based characters,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not enough characters with guns or projectiles. So I think that they're kind of starting to realize that now. So a lot of projectile based characters come from X-Men. A lot of characters with guns come from X-Men. So there's not a lot of superheroes that carry guns or do projectiles. If that makes any sense.
Right, because it's that would associate it with like a darker tone than maybe just like the Avengers straight up. Like
Like
yeah.
yeah, so I think because they could do Cable, they could do Bishop, they could do Forge, because those guys use guns,
Yeah.
but they're X Men. They could do Who else they could do? Jubilee is a projectile based character.
Yeah.
She's X Men.
Gambit.
Gambit, X Men. She like any person that can think, any casual person that doesn't really know Marvel, like if you tell them to do projectile based to think of a character with a gun or that shoots projectiles, 9 times out of 10 X-Men characters are gonna come up. So that's kind of the problem that they're having now. Um, and I think that they should lean more into like the more obscure characters that people don't know about. For example, the Hood. I know he just came into the what's this game? Um, he was on the Riri Williams show. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
The Hood is pretty good.
Oh, Ironheart. Ironheart. Ironheart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, it's my guy Parker Robbins. Um, they could do Darkhawk. He's like another projectile based character. Um, uh, uh, I saw that they might do some Fantastic Four villains. That and there's one that has like a gun.
Yeah, but say they got to throw some villains in there because they don't. Well, I guess it's the heroes game, so
Nah, but they should put villains in
they
there
should
too.
put villains in
Craven
there,
would
right?
do. Craven would
Yeah.
do well. Craven has a rifle. They could give him the rifle. They could give him the traps. They could give him mad shit. They could do Craven. They could do Green Goblin.
Yeah.
But they got to put the glider.
Flying. I was gonna say he's got to be flying around.
Yeah.
He's got to be flying around with the glider.
He could probably do either or
Yeah.
if he wanted to. But nah, like there's characters that they have
Think they'll get
guns
Doc
and
Ock in
shit. I don't know about that, but that might be a little too. I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
there? Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. But there's a lot of characters that they could put in there. Um, with guns. I know the World War II Ghost Rider has guns.
Mm.
You know but again, like I don't. They don't want to use those characters. So Taskmaster, they can use Taskmaster. Taskmaster uses guns.
Right. Yeah.
He uses a bunch of shit. Uh, but I don't. They just want to make money. That's the thing. So they're gonna use the characters that they're gonna tap into. But they haven't used like the big ones, like the Deadpools, the Cables, So, but again, they're all X Men, which is my fucking problem. And then people online are like, "Oh, let them use X Men." And I'm like, but then it's not Marvel Rivals. If
Yeah.
you're just gonna keep putting X Men, and they ask for like dumb shit like Juggernaut, Colossus, like there's not much you can do for Juggernaut.
It's just gonna be a Vanguard, and then it's just gonna be a Hulk skin, basically.
He's more like the Thing plays like how Juggernaut would play,
Okay.
where he punched the ground, he breaks the environment, and then he just runs
Runs
through.
through.
Unless the only thing that I could think of is if you give Juggernaut an ability where he could run through shit and like break, because you know how in Marvel Rivals you can break the obstacles.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you could get Juggernaut to like break through everything.
Daredevil's not in there yet, right?
No, but I don't understand why they would put him in there. Like again, like it's another melee based character,
Yeah.
so I don't even understand what they would. I mean,
Maybe like projectile with his tonfas, his little chain tonfa.
you could, and then they'll come back to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, and
It's
then
like their boomerang
then
types.
you could put like a sonar ability, and you can see through walls.
Yeah. They'd have to nerf him real quick.
Yeah,
Like, this guy cheating. Game cheating.
yeah. I don't know. Thank God I don't have that job. What I really want to see is Darkhawk. I think Darkhawk makes the most sense, honestly. Like that's like
Darkhawk?
that's like my one.
Ooh, okay.
as well.
Yeah, I've seen Homie before.
That's my one wish list.
It's like if they did this, you'd be like, oh, they actually care.
I mean, I don't see how they wouldn't do that. Like I don't see how they would. I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
What is he tied to?
It's not really tied to anything. He's just like his own thing.
He's his own thing, but they don't give him that much love.
They've tried. They've tried to bring him back a couple years ago, 3, 4 years ago. They've tried to do the
It's tough though.
does. They've tried to they put him in the new Guardians. They gave him his own series for a little bit. He's from the Bronx.
Oh shit! I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that recently about how like there's not a lot of they give love to all the other boroughs, but it's just Taskmaster and this guy.
Yeah, he's from
Yeah.
Parkchester,
Oh,
like the
shit.
rich part. So
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
But still, it's something.
I agree.
Yeah,
Something's better than nothing.
yeah.
But Darkhawk has blast and beams and he can fly. He does melee. So and then there's also like a lot that you could do with him. There's a lot you could do with him in the game. So I'm surprised like he's never. I don't think we'll ever see him though. He's just way too obscure.
This is a cool design.
He's way too fucking obscure.
You can throw him in a movie, get that buzz going.
Uh maybe, maybe I he would. Oh, see, look, like the War Machine, homage from Dark Hawk. Yeah, like he's got the potential for Marvel Rivals. He's if anything, he's more Marvel Rivals than any of the characters. Like he has like the look that like the Asian like what's this shit called Toku no Rangers whatever.
Yeah, Tokusatsu's Kamen Rider tag.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
has that. Like they'll cook with him. Like them Asian niggas will be like, oh, I fuck with this guy.
Yeah. It's dope. Little shredder action going. This is just a cool design. I'm actually very shocked I have not heard much of this guy.
I mean, he's just way too obscure. Um, speaking of the movies, nah, he would be more like a James Gunn. He's more like a James Gunn dude, if I'm honest, because it's him and Rom. I don't Rom the Space Knight. He would also be fire in Marvel Rivals. Him and Rom the Space Knight.
Ron the Space Knight?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Okay, now I'm getting Transformers vibes right now. This is tough.
Yeah, like Rom the Space Knight. So he's owned by Hasbro.
And I could see. I was literally about this. I was literally about to look up Hasbro. It's crazy their IPs because they need to be doing a crossover game or something.
But that character was a Hasbro character. It was created by Hasbro and put in Marvel. I can't really remember what the whole spiel was, but I know I could be wrong. I don't. I feel like he said this, but I feel like James Gunn wanted to use Rom in a movie, and then they were like, "Nah," because Hasbro owns it and yada yada yada. But this was before all these companies really started understanding that like crossovers and that is good. Like like mixing everything together is profitable. So he's another one that might end up in Marvel Rivals. Honestly, he works. I'd rather see shit like this than shit we're gonna expect. You know what I mean? Like I'm just tired of like, oh, let's just put an X-Men character in there. Let's put another X-Men character in there. Let's do this. Blah, blah. And it's whack. Like, don't you want to see some cool shit you've never
Yeah,
seen
because
before?
look at this. This all works.
Yeah, Nova. You could put Nova in there. Nova too.
Put
Nova.
Luke Cage.
I mean, he'll just be
Come
another.
on, bro. Got what's his name? My guy over here, Iron Fist.
I don't know if Luke Cage will be in it. I don't know.
Just throw it in. I just
But
maybe gonna check it. What do they got? What do they got?
damn, they got Beyblade.
Earth. Need to see because I know they got Transformers, obviously. GI Joe, Battleship. They got Dungeons and Dragons right now.
Looks like they do.
That's crazy. Damn, they bought out the board game. That's crazy. That would make sense actually. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't know if they can do a crossover verse. That would look crazy.
Nah, but Rom has been in the Marvel,
Yeah.
so I feel like they could. I feel like they could do it.
They can make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. It just depends on if the rivals people want to do it. That's just them. But I think they're just more focused on getting like the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of movies,
You excited for what you call
Fantastic Four.
it?
I've seen that the reviews aren't so good right now.
I kind of feared that for some odd reason with Superman doing as well as it did. I'm just like, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if it just tanked?
I just don't understand why they put it after Superman. Like that was just a crazy gamble because if it ended up setting the bar, now people are expecting this movie to be better than Superman. Because they did so much marketing for this movie. They fucking wrote Fantastic Four in the fucking sky.
Right. They spent real world gas money on that. That's crazy.
So this has to be good now.
It has to be.
And on top of that, Marvel's backs against the wall because their movies haven't really been delivering. We checked up because the reviews came up already. I don't know if you go Fantastic Four First Steps. There weren't bad reviews, but it was like
They're saying it's mid
IGN gave it a 7,
7.
and then when you go on the click on the Rottens, there you go, First Steps right there. Yeah, like 86. That's not good because usually like when a week before it comes out, right? You want it to be at the 90s.
Because it's gonna drop anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna drop.
It's gonna drop once more people get into, or it'll
Exactly.
level out.
Exactly.
So it's probably gonna get to 80.
It's gonna get to like 70.
Wow, yeah.
It'll be in the 70s, which is not bad. I'm not saying it's not bad.
And then it'll be like 80s popcorn meter.
Oh, I don't. That I don't know. That I don't know. What like the female Silver Surfer? Like people might just you know how listen. You know how
them
trolls
dudes
are.
they be
That they be
mass
review bombing
banning
it,
shit,
yeah.
review bombing.
But
One thing that made me nervous, I don't know what's gonna happen in this. Like I know what's clearly gonna happen MCU long form, but like I don't know what they're gonna be getting into.
bro, you
with
already
this.
know everybody's gonna die. That's it. Everybody's gonna die. They're gonna leave.
Yeah, but how do you fill up the rest of the 2 hours? Because I know that's happening, but I don't know.
I don't know either, but
I want it to be good though. I want it to be okay at least.
it's gonna be good. But I don't think it's gonna be better than Superman.
Yeah,
because they already
that's
like
crazy to think about.
they already set the Superman already set the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not 80 something, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's in the 80s. Now it has to be in the 90s.
This guy Rafar Guzman.
What he said?
He says strong performances and gorgeous production design enhance an otherwise middling Marvel installment. Middling. Mid, they're saying.
Yeah.
Mid-tastic Four.
I mean, look. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, and you know, I ain't got no beef with Pedro Pascal. I actually just saw him in a movie, A24 joint he did yesterday. But I be seeing him too much, bro. He ain't need to be doing this.
But I don't know. I just think that like people are just fatigued from Marvel.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a superhero movie fatigue. I think it's a Marvel fatigue.
I'm just tired of seeing your banner.
I just think they just put out too much content. It's just too much, bro.
Yeah,
Like during the pandemic, they had like a fucking like like after Endgame. That's it. They should have just been a like give it a break, bro.
like a 2 3 year grace period. Just
Yeah,
chill out.
yeah, bro.
Enjoy what you made.
Exactly. Avengers Infinity War 85%. Look at that. That's
Yeah,
great, man. A lot of people like that.
yeah.
But at the same time, like just chill out. Like let people breathe. And it's just a thing of like these companies, they want to fucking squeeze every fucking penny out of everything until there's no more juice. Like calm down, bro. Like like y'all could have just came back 3 4 years later
Yeah.
and boom, the first movie, Fantastic Four First Steps. Or they could have did the Thunderbolts. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they could have just did small things in between to like a movie
Well,
here
remember,
and
and they were
there,
doing their TV show shit.
and
And
then
it's
that was
like,
just too much.
yeah,
Like I thought the She Hulk show was decent. I enjoyed it, but who the fuck cares, bro?
yeah.
Like not everything needs a TV show, bro. I don't care about She Hulk. I don't care about Moon Knight. I don't care about any of that shit. Like what the fuck are you doing, bro? And that's the problem. Like they just putting out content for the sake of content. And
And movies don't need to be in that format. They just don't. Like you gotta. You know, I'm spending 2 hours in a dark box. This better be decent. It needs to be fun. Or if it's bad, it needs to be bad on purpose so I can. That was the movie he was in. This junk. We saw that yesterday. It was an A24 joint. It was alright. It was a little goofy, but it was alright.
and then on top of that, fucking what was this thing? Uh on top of that, like there's a lot of characters that people want to see that we're not probably gonna see in a while because they don't know how they're gonna fit them into the fold.
Well, and that's the thing is that you kept doing this continuum narrative that it's like it was cool for a while, but even everything can be stretched so thin. Like the fact that everything needs to follow the same linear timeline, which I'm not saying that they can't all exist in the same world. Like that's okay. That can happen. But the fact that it's like this has to happen before this in a world where like it's supposed to be a world where there's world ending events happening all the time. So now I gotta wait for this world event to happen, and then by this time, how does this tie in with Iron Man? And
Welcome
how
to
does this?
comics.
Well, but it's different. It's a different medium. You can't do that in film. Like it don't work that way. People get exhausted.
That's what they want. They want the movies to be like the comics, and I agree. Like I don't think it works, but at the same time, like 86 right out the gate is not good.
Yeah,
That's not good. So
because this settled at 83. It was
and
probably 90 when it
it was
started.
90 when it started.
We probably have like a 70-90 situation or a 70-80 situation.
Well, there's just some people that just like to go against the grain, and they're probably gonna run it up to 90 something.
Yeah.
The audience scores, like they did with
Damn, Smurfs, what happened, bro?
look at that, the new Avengers at 88%.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. It was really good. F1 was pretty good too. But yeah, man, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Listen, as long as people enjoy it,
Yeah.
I think that's all they care
I'm
about.
pulling up. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up.
I'm gonna see it too, but I mean I don't know. I really do want to see a Static Shock movie, but now that's never gonna. That's not gonna.
which is crazy,
These
right?
niggas was still fucking insane for putting it 2 weeks after Superman.
Yeah.
They should have released it in June. Like it should have came out in June.
Yeah, you know how I knew it was gonna be weird when Superman did so well, and then you was seeing the the Fantastic Four Superman like crossover promos they was doing. I was like, wait, what's happening? Why you shouldn't even need to like you don't even need to be in the same booth as them right now.
But the Barbenheimer,
Yeah, like why are you trying to Barbenheimer this? Like you're Marvel. You don't need to do any of this. And the fact that you are, I don't know. It's a little seeing this shit when they was doing this, when this was all over when Pedro Pascal did this, I'm like, I don't know, bro. It sounded like a reach. You didn't have to do that. You could have just kept it quiet and
no,
the
yeah,
movie would have been what it would have been. But now that you're doing this, uh
Barbenheimer.
but yeah, now that you're Barbenheimer in it, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah, no, I don't. It's just I don't know, man. I hope it does well though.
Yeah.
I hope it does well. I still want that Static Shock though.
Yeah, and this guy was gonna do it, right? What's my guy?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan was gonna be at the helm of it, right?
Yeah, but that's not happening anymore. So, um, this dude was like, what's his name? What's
Did he
this
even
dude?
release that?
James Gunn said that like he can't do it or some shit like that because the rights it's like a weird thing with the listen.
That's another thing. This stupid IP shit. It's just like, bro, I'm tired of y'all. You already know that this is what's happening now. Everything can become a movie. Why y'all fighting over it? Y'all don't want money?
It's just pay them.
Pay them.
That's what the estate wants. The people who own the rights. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking pay them, bro.
You're gonna make your money.
Just like tell them the name. Like, I mean,
Shut a Game Boy game?
I don't think it's gonna be anything fucking
Is this real? Oh,
a
canceled.
lost build.
I was about to say because the hair over the cover is insane. I would have bought it just for that. How you gonna cut into the graphic? That's insane. But yeah. I also saw that that new Spider-Man was Into the Spider-Verse is in like production hell. That's crazy right there.
I mean that fucking movie.
You
That
didn't
shit
care
was
for it? You
I
didn't
mean
care?
I like it, but
But it's just the fact that it's in that much hell production wise. I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna see the shit. You had great buzz with the second movie, and now it's just gonna die. Like it's gonna come out with too many stipulations. People not gonna get it. Is this a video game? Oh no, it's DC Universe.
yeah, yeah, this is DC
DC
Universe.
Universe.
But oh, that's when he was supposed to be in Injustice too, like the concept art.
Yeah, they keep dropping the ball on my guy.
It's just the people who Dwayne McDuffie's estate. I hear they want too much money for like anything related to him.
Mm,
Um, but at that point, it's like, yo, bro, like, you want to do the movie, just fucking pay them.
yeah,
Like, whatever it is, just fucking pay them.
because it has the potential to make money, and then they could pull a Sinners and just try to squeeze every dime out of it.
And if James Gunn is behind it, I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, remember this dude,
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man. Yeah, Bang Babies, you get a whole. Come on, man, this whole roster is crazy.
like the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah,
That's how they modernized it. The new one with the
you think he'd be a good casting? Yeah,
I thought that was Gerard. No
no,
cap.
no.
I looked up. Why he look like Gerard? Is that
uh,
Gerard?
nah, that's the
The
guy
Stranger
like
Things, the
Stranger
black.
Things,
Ah,
bro.
yeah, sure. Why not?
It wouldn't be bad. This would have made sense about
20
six
years
years
ago.
ago. Yeah, 7 years ago.
20 years ago.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah,
Not 20 years ago, but like 15 years ago.
yeah.
10, 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Naito. That Casino?
I don't know how
I
that
don't know who
was
that
the
is.
X-Shot fan cast.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the new comic was good. It always sells out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does pretty well.
So there you go. I mean, you have at least a core fan base, and there's probably people who like only know about it from nostalgia when they used to watch the cartoon when they were kids, and there's people who probably don't even really know about Static Shock, and it's like it's such a fun universe to live in that I feel like anybody could just if you make the movie well enough, like anybody would be on board.
The newest one.
Is this the one that I've been seeing?
That's no, that's the old one.
Oh, that's the one.
That one, the one where nah, that one's still old. That one's the new 52.
Oh yeah.
That's the new one. And then they got I don't like
Oh
how they
yeah,
gave
because
him
he got the little mini bun with
yeah, I didn't like that.
they're trying
I
to
don't like that
animate him up a little bit.
I don't like that they made him look like a YN.
Yeah, that's a little.
Like the I mean it was good, but I don't like that he looked like a YN only because the whole point of the character is that he was just supposed to be like a dweeb type. Like
Right.
he wasn't cool. He wasn't a YN. He just got caught up in some shit.
He could be an anime nerd though. I could see him at a convention.
But that's the problem. The fact that you could see him at a convention. That's
Yeah, he a little too. Like he's aware that he's cool. That's a little much.
yeah. Like I want him to look like a GameStop employee.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Little lanyard. Yeah, he does. He does. He's aware of what he's got going on right now. Yeah.
this just looks like the cool kid became the superhero.
Yeah.
But I guess they wanted to relate to the YNs, you know, so
Well, you got to now. You gotta talk their talk. That's a cool design. Riding around the street, the manhole covers.
see that was the when they gave him the Malcolm X hat when the movie came out.
Mm-hmm. Ah, when the X movie came out, they gave him that.
Yeah, back in the jig they gave him the Malcolm X hat.
I don't know. Maybe they'll get it together.
It probably won't.
Nah, at least not in our lifetime. AI will figure it out first.